Welcome to Get Your Mind Right, your regular dose of Today is an extra special day because this is our 100th episode. So we're switching things up and taking a look back at some standout guests, favorite moments, and if you hang on till the end, you might just catch a blooper or two. Let's get into it.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jake.
Good morning.
Good morning. Dawson, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome to Get Your Mind Right, the world's only podcast devoted to merchant services and digital marketing professionals everywhere. You know what? I'm going to have you troubleshoot something for me right now.
Let's do it.
As you know, I am a massive proponent of referrals, right?
Okay.
Now, I have trained, and of all the trainings I've done, I'm going to say I've had the least amount of acceptance and take rate on referrals than any other thing. Now, why do you think that is, Jerry?
Wasn't part of the process. It
Well-
wasn't in the process, maybe setting the proper expectations.
Okay. So you think that, so you'll take a look at my training and you'll
We
see
can.
where it
We
is
can
in the
look
process.
at it. Maybe together we can find a solution.
That is the notion of using your video camera on your calls. Now, in today's virtual meeting landscape, that's a recurring question or problem, I guess, some people have. Should you keep your camera on or turn it off? Well, that's what I'm here for today, and I'm going to give you a definitive answer. So first of all, I get it. Sometimes technical issues like bandwidth limitations or privacy concerns are understandable reasons to go off screen. I get it. But you consistently hiding behind that black square is a serious mistake. Now let's get real about keeping your camera on is not just a good idea. It is crucial for your personal presence, your professional presence, and also engagement.
Well, let's get right into this, Kylie. I want to start with the Evolve Pay Rocket Reader.
Okay.
Now, I'm a little bit familiar with this device. You know, it's simple. You can dip. You can Bluetooth with it. So, how does this compact device work in the high-paced world of mobile payments?
Yeah, so it's really awesome for that high-paced world. So most of our mobile solutions, but specifically Evolve Pay, is cloud-based. So with that, you're not worried about losing transactions. You know, if you lose internet suddenly, they're all going to be backed up in that dashboard for you. Also gives you the ability to, if you have several Evolve Pay devices, you're really just adding on to the suite of solutions you already have, and it's all reporting to the same tool.
And what is that tool?
It is the Evolve Pay dashboard. So
Okay.
along with that, you get a virtual terminal if you want to add that as well. So now you're looking at a true full suite of virtual terminal, invoicing, reoccurring, your mobile option, and then your standalone terminal. That's,
Okay. So let's say you've gotten through this process,
Mhm.
right? And you've got a proposal out to the
Mhm.
merchant. You know, what sort of additional steps do you take, or what are additional tools you have at your disposal that's going to help this client along his journey to eventually becoming your client?
Yeah, there are several tools that Austin has created for me as well. One being, we have really great case studies all the way down, which is, kind of our advantage is if I sign someone up on processing, or maybe a potential rep does out in the field, and then we do digital, I'm able to see their processing volume go from what they had before to us. And then we generate that into a case study.
Getting both sides of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're able to put that, and it's very powerful for a merchant to see dollar revenue because they ask that.
Mhm.
If I don't have their processing volume, I can just say, like, I can't give you a tangible number. It's unfortunate, but you never want to give false.
So I want you to talk to sales professionals out there in the field, and let's say that they've traditionally just worked with a desktop terminal type environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is obviously these are new talk tracks. This is a new set of tech to learn. What kind of advice would you give them?
I would say it's no different than whenever there were new terminals that came out for EMV updates in roughly 2013, like right around that mark.
Mm-hmm.
It's just new equipment, right? You just have to be open-minded about it and just take the time to learn it very, very well. Same reason why, and I always call them like the guys that have sold terminals forever. They're a terminal guy. They always sell terminals. To those people, it's really just take the time to learn your product, know it inside and out. And if you're comfortable with selling your product, you're going to be comfortable selling it to that merchant. If you know your product very well, it's going to come easy to you. This isn't some like crazy product that we're only going to have for a couple months and then move on to the next one.
Right.
We've been using these solutions for the last 4 years pretty consistently.
So tell me something. How many times have you been all the way through a hard 75? Two times.
There will be a third time, probably before the end of this year or first thing next year.
Okay. So first time you went through this, tell me, it can be good or bad. What are some things that surprised you during the process?
So the first time, the biggest thing was just how much more focused I was in my day-to-day and how much more productive it made me in work.
So, because you're intentional, right?
I
I've got these things I've got to do,
right?
And you apply that same mentality to your work,
right?
Now, I haven't asked that question of other people. Do you think that's common, or is that unique to your personality?
I think it is,
traits?
and I think that's the reason he developed the program.
Okay.
He wanted overall mental and physical sharpness for you.
Gotcha. And this is the springboard for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any negative stuff other than the pain?
I can't. I mean, I'm thankful for doing it every time. The negative is the self-doubt.
Yeah. Okay.
But once you get through that, I mean, you get to the end of that thing. And I remember the first time I did it, I literally, so my last workout on my 75th day, the first time I went through this thing, I was doing my outdoor workout for my last workout. So I'm doing my laps around the neighborhood, right? Each lap around my neighborhood's a mile. So I knew my distances and stuff and my timings and all that. So I knew when I was coming up that last little hill toward my driveway, it was like Rocky Balboa going to the top of the steps, right?
Yeah.
I was running up there like this because I was so proud of myself for an accomplishment. It was amazing.
Back to an earlier point you made, what you're really talking about is shifting from being a salesman to being the advocate for your client or business consultant here, So how do you think that informs the way you interact and your people interact with their clients?
Their confidence goes above and beyond when they take the consultative approach, because at the end of the day, again, knowing your product set, knowing the flexibility that Evolve gives you with having multiples of processors in which we can board on, gives you diversity of products and solutions and offerings that you can give your customer.
You just took my next question away from me, but go ahead.
All right, so having that really gives you a lot of confidence. It's like that kid that in high school was part of the spelling bee, and they spun up on it to the point that they knew these words like the back of their hand. And when you have that confidence behind you, or that knowledge rather, that confidence is going to follow.
Mm-hmm.
And the merchant can really tell quickly if you don't obtain that.
Right. Are you going to bring the Riz again tomorrow?
I've always got the Riz.
And my Wheaties.
And your Wheaties. All right, here we go then. Time. Keep your mind right.
Keep your mind right.
I mean, dude, you took my line.
I know.
If you want to just do some freestyle rapping.
Yeah.
Save all the Reese's cups for me.
I'm jacked. Get your mind right. Keep your mind right. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. And hey, before you leave here, do me a favor and hit that follow button, like and share. Tell your friends about this. No excuses, just action.